What's going on, guys? It's Intoxicated Alien here, and today we will explore Reservoir Dogs' masterful storytelling. But before that, make sure to like, subscribe, and if there's any films you want me to explore in the future, make sure to comment them down below. Reservoir Dogs was released in 2002 and was directed by Quentin Tarantino. This was his first feature-length film, and you can kinda tell in a few aspects. Most notably, the lack of character depth and deep themes differ exponentially from Pulp Fiction. But while it does lack in these aspects, the non-linear style of storytelling is captured marvelously. The film opens in a diner with all the characters debating over the concept of tipping. Mr. Pink claims that people don't deserve his tipping, and even plays the world's smallest violin out of sympathy. Interestingly, SpongeBob basically stole this joke and got away with it.
You don't care they're counting on your tips to live?
You know what this is? It's the world's smallest violin playing just for the waitresses.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin. This is serious. I know. This really is the world's smallest violin. See?
They leave the diner to pursue a diamond heist, and the film immediately cuts to the aftermath. Mr. Orange has been shot and is bleeding out, so Mr. White drives them to a warehouse, which is the rendezvous point after the heist. The sudden jump from eating at a diner to someone dying captivates the audience immediately and provides a nice sense of urgency. At the warehouse, Mr. White has a touching moment with Mr. Orange and holds him as he's bleeding out. This moment captures the compassionate side of Mr. White really well, but it actually isn't the first time that this side is shown. In the diner scene beforehand, Mr. White defends the waitress and says that she deserves to get tipped. He then says he only escaped because he shot his way out. The film provides a visualization of this as it shows a flashback of him shooting cops. This formula of switching from past to present provides a nice form of pace, as one or the other is action-packed. On top of balancing pace, the flashbacks also provide information on how the characters got involved in the first place, such as Mr. Blonde and Mr. White. Speaking of Mr. Blonde, it's said that during the heist, he started a shooting spree because someone set off the alarm. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Had to let my cat out. While the film does consist of many flashbacks, incidents during the heist aren't shown. This is because Tarantino wanted the events of the heist to be ambiguous. This incident is also brought up because it tells the audience that Mr. Blonde is unstable. In a beautifully graphic scene, he cuts off a cop's ear who he's taken hostage while listening to music. In this video, which I will link in the description, Nerdwriter compares the timeline to an album. While Tarantino himself says it's more like a novel, I disagree. I'd say it's more like an album because its more action-packed pieces are separated throughout with more slow-paced in between. When it's revealed that Mr. Orange is the undercover cop, the film provides a flashback of how Mr. Orange was able to breach the heist in the first place. He creates a fake story to gain the criminals' trust, captivating them along with the audience in his story. In the story, Mr. Orange has a bag of weed and walks into a bathroom full of cops. They don't notice this, however, as they're caught up in their own stories. Nerdwriter makes a very clever point here, saying that stories can keep us from seeing reality, using the cops as an example. While this is true, he fails to mention the correlation between the story within the story and the story itself. Let me explain. In the story Reservoir Dogs, Mr. Orange is telling a story to keep the criminals from seeing reality, which is that he's undercover. The same incident is happening within his story with the cops. In the long run, Reservoir Dogs remains one of Tarantino's best pieces to this day, basically spot on with its storytelling on his first try. He certainly deserves his spot as one of the best directors of all time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want to watch more, click right here. become an alien.